Alright guys, so today's topic, I know I just made a video a couple of days ago in regards to me importing a GTR, whether it's an R33 or R34. I haven't fully decided yet on what I want to bring, but I know I want to bring a GTR. So why I want to bring a GTR is what the topic is going to be today. The reason why I want to bring one is because, you know, let's face it, I'm a GTR fanboy. You know, I don't really like the R34s as much. Not the R34, sorry. I love the R34 and the R33. Those two I love the most. You know, I don't like the R35 as much. Yes, the thing is like Godzilla, the thing is the fastest one of all of them. Like, out of the production line. But, you know, the thing is, the GTR was mainly made to be a tuner car. It wasn't ever made specifically to be a supercar. And now it's kind of at that point, like the newer ones, the new GTRs, they're basically supercars. And you know, this car was specifically built for people that, you know, wanna enjoy cars. You know, they have a pretty decent budget. They're almost at the point where they could buy a supercar, like a Lamborghini or something. But the thing is, they can't really afford it, and GTR is a car that can actually keep up with those type of cars with the right setup for a lot cheaper. And yes, they've been banned in the US because not only because they imported illegally by Motor X. Thank you for screwing that whole thing up. Most of us, 90% of us know that's the whole story. So if you guys don't know the story with Motor X and importing GTRs like the R33 and R34s, you know, you can always go ahead and do Google search on it. It's all over there. You know, the thing is with those cars is that they're specifically tuner cars that are like, they're one of the top super tuner cars you could buy. They're especially the R34. It's an all-around track car. You could, if you put some decent bolt-ons into it, you know, you'll get the power you need, like out of just a regular big turbo upgrade or something. You'll get more power out of it, and you know, you'll have as much power, if not more power, than, like, let's say a Ferrari or a Lamborghini or a Porsche. And the thing is, you would still spend less. You'll still save money in regards to buying that Lamborghini or Ferrari, because the price tag would be cheaper than the overall sticker price for let's say for the Lamborghini. Like, let's say you wanted to buy a Gallardo and you couldn't afford it, so you went with the GTR instead. Well, if you were to buy an R34, what you could do is, so you buy the R34 for about 50 grand, you know, let's say already imported, you didn't need to do anything. Let's say you spent 50 grand on it. Yes, it's really cheap for an R34 in the US. It's already imported. Let's say you buy one, and then let's say you spend 5 grand on a bigger turbo, or a bigger turbo setup, because since the car is twin turbo, you spend 5 grand on bigger turbos. It's 2 bigger turbos, let's say that. You set the tune the right way on the car with the GTR with the bigger turbos, and guess what? You know, 55 grand, you could have a GTR that's pumping close to 600 horses, well, like 550 if you want to be realistic. grand rather than 120 grand for, let's say, a Lamborghini Gallardo LP 560, which is basically the same thing. It's just a different body style. The engine's a lot louder, the engine's in the rear. It's literally identical. So most of us would say, hey, I'd rather spend the 55 grand and buy the GTR instead. Yeah, the GTR is right-hand drive and it only comes in stick, but you know, for sorry, the Skittle went down my throat the wrong way. For that price, you know, I'd rather save the 70 grand, you know, and keep the GTR. You know, the GTR is gonna get a lot more looks. It's gonna get a lot more attention. Nobody's really gonna know how to drive it or anything. And you know, it's a car that's a lot more rare. And when you bring it to the US, it automatically basically doubles in value because the markup is so high due to the demand, you know. So if you have a since this car has a high demand in the US, you know, the value's already tripled just by having it here and doing nothing, you know. Just because it's set foot here, it's already got a value that's pretty high. And especially since if it's street legal, you know, if you manage to get it legalized and get a VIN number and everything, the car's already worth 100 to 150 grand just for having it street legal and having a VIN. You don't have to have a bigger turbo or anything. It doesn't have to be modified. Just have a VIN and say it's street legal with the title and everything. You know, actual road title rather than an ownership title. But it's basically just an ownership title. But you know, if you have all the documents saying that it's road legal and stuff, and you have a plate on it and everything, you know, guess what? The value's period 100 grand already just for doing nothing, guaranteed. Only problem with that is insurance, obviously. Since it's such a rare car, it's going to be like $1 grand a month, just for, even if you have a perfectly clean record. And I mean, like, when I mean perfectly clean, I mean like never been pulled over for anything and never got into an accident, nothing. If you were one of those people that followed the rules, like to the exact extent of the entire book, you know, it's still gonna be like $1 grand a month, maybe $1,200, depending on the state you live in. And obviously, no one's perfect. And you know, if you buy this car, you know, be prepared for the insurance. But now let's say if you wanted to buy an R33, basically it's the same thing. If you were to buy one from Japan, say for 15 grand, you know, here the markup for that $15,000 would be close to I didn't know that it was like the king of the road or something like that. I didn't know it was like Godzilla at the time. Obviously, I didn't know because I was only like 7, but 7 or 8 years old. That's when I knew.